It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Niggas swear up and down and grab up in them and shit feel like 20. Still finding ways to adapt. My flow switches like code switches. Niggas searching for numbers, that's for my old bitches. Don't compare me to Kendrick while in your cold, nigga. Hit this shit one more time, I'll probably explode. Nobody walking this road. I flew to New York, grabbed in the cold, didn't get chose. Flew back with the war on my soul. You niggas bold, acting like we on the same level. Dust rain settle, I'm the black pop, cooking crack rock in the kettle with Philly with ox. My ship sail, bitch, give me the dock. The simius cock, don't tell me to stop. Got a machete for niggas that wanna war. Keep it cool as a chore, finna bust through the door. Fuck niggas got any to pour. Take a shot, spit the shit on the floor, spit in my hand. Dap niggas on tour. In a new mode, on these pillows, new clothes, new shows for the shoot, new posts for the lookers, money, power, respect, theme song for the bookers. Everybody I did a feature for, I cooked them respectfully. If you think I'm a dick, a vasectomy, ain't nobody words affecting me. I did a study on my future trajectory. I'm putting niggas in the dirt professionally. I'm sought after the bars from a far chapter. The confidence could cause a rapture. Trying to gauge my thoughts, shit hard to capture. Singing the rappers bite me, but lost the raptors. I've been the boss and I paid the cost. I've been the best since the fate of fought. God flow, nigga, praise the Lord. I got a tab full of scrolls from my ancient source. A pretty penny for the next round. Price of an X5. Niggas talk shit, bend waters, let the text fly. Spit acid on them, I'm like reptile. Leave them below, the heavens look blue in exile, bitch.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody doing well out there this evening. In this show, we're going to be getting into Doechii and her getting the award for Billboard Woman of the Year. Of course, they have the Billboard Women in Music Award event coming up at the end of the month or toward the end of the month. It'll be available for live stream and all of this different stuff. If you want to look into that and actually want to see the ceremony, y'all should go check it out on Billboard. But it's going to be a pretty dope event. There seems to be a bit of controversy surrounding this selection. Of course, people are having mixed reviews about her getting this award. One, because obviously she wasn't the most, she didn't sell the most records in 2024 out of the ladies that released music, and for most people. And I can kind of understand why, especially when we're talking about Billboard specifically, which is the organization or the company that puts out the charts. They're tabulating, they're doing all the calculations, they're seeing who's trending upward, who's dominating at the top, you know. And for her to have sold less than a lot of the other ladies in music last year, or in hip hop last year, up until a certain point, because once she started going like super viral at the end of the year, her record sales did go up tremendously. Coming into 2025, her sales have trended upward tremendously. So that also does count for something. But I think if you're going off of just 2024 alone, if we're talking sales, then she would have been behind a lot of the other ladies. But also keep in mind, in 2023, I think it was, Doechii also won Billboard's Rising Artist Award, right? So it's not like they chose her out of a hat and they've never given her any type of credit before. You can't win Rising Artist twice. You can't be rising twice, you know what I'm saying? So they put her up there. Now, I saw some people out there that feel like 2024 more so belonged to Glorilla than Doechii, which I can't necessarily argue with. 2024 was a big year for Glow. You know what I'm saying? Going out with Megan, putting out 2 projects. Both were received very well. A lot of features that had impact. Glow had a hell of a year. You know what I'm saying? And if they would have chosen her, I wouldn't have been mad at it. But she did also get an award herself in the Powerhouse category for Billboard Women in Music for this upcoming ceremony. So it's not like she's going to leave with nothing or no recognition. Glorilla is going to have the Powerhouse category. Now, if you want her to have gotten the Women of the Year and Doechii get the Powerhouse, I'm not going to argue with you. That's your perspective, and I can honestly understand it. So let's get into this. So here we're on the website. Doechii named Billboard Woman of the Year for 2025. Okay. So they say the Red Hot rapper won both a Grammy and an NAACP Image Award last month. Doechii is set to receive the 2025 Woman of the Year award at the annual Billboard Women in Music event. The star-studded event is taking place Saturday, March 29th at YouTube Theater at Hollywood Park in Inglewood, California. My West Coast folks, if you're trying to go, there you have it, March 29th at YouTube Theater. Doechii won the Rising Star Award at the 2023 Billboard Women in Music event. She is just the third woman to progress from the Rising Star Award to Woman of the Year, following Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Now, you got to think, some of the accolades that she's getting and the comparisons that are coming with it based on the artists that have previously done it, that does come with a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure. And I'm hoping that she's able to deliver despite that. You know what I'm saying? Because to be the only, if you're just the third woman to do this outside of Gaga and Ariana Grande, and you look at their careers and the way that they've impacted the industry, that's kind of crazy, right? When you look at her being just the third woman to win Rap Album of the Year following Lauryn Hill and Cardi B, that's kind of crazy too, you know what I'm saying? Because of what those artists also did impact-wise in the industry. Even, you know, shit, if you go off of those two, they've had tremendous impact on the industry just off one solo rap album or solo album. It's heavy, you know what I'm saying? And I believe out of the women that have won Women of the Year from Billboard, I think that's an exclusive list as well. As a matter of fact, the only other female rapper to get the Woman of the Year award is Cardi B. So she's only the second rapper, period, to get it. Let's continue with this article, though. Okay. So they say, after receiving the Billboard Women in Music Rising Star Award in 2023, Doechii has quickly gained recognition in the music industry for her bold creativity and impressive talent. Hannah Karp, editorial director of Billboard, said in a statement, with her genre-blending sound, Doechii is redefining what it means to be a trailblazer in the music industry. We are honored to celebrate Doechii and cheer on her continued success. Billboard's Woman of the Year has become one of the music industry's highest honors. Past recipients include Karol G, SZA, Olivia Rodrigo, Cardi B, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Madonna, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. So just having this event in itself, having this category in itself, I mean, it's composed of really big names. Doechii is the second rap artist to win the award following Cardi B in 2020. Doechii, who was born in Tampa, Florida, is the second artist from the Sunshine State to be named Woman of the Year. Grande, the 2018 recipient, was born in Boca Raton. On February 2nd, Doechii became the second solo woman to win the Grammy for Best Rap Album, again following the lead of Cardi B. I thought that was third. But we'll continue. Doechii won for her acclaimed mixtape Alligator Bites Never Heal. Her performance of Denial is a River and Catfish on the Grammy telecast was rated as the night's best by Billboard's Jason Lipschitz. Less than 3 weeks later, Doechii was named Outstanding New Artist at the 2025 NAACP Image Awards. Congratulations for that as well. That was a televised event. Alligator Bites Never Heal has climbed as high as number 14 on the all-genre Billboard 200. So remember, Alligator Bites Never Heal debuted. What was the debut for that project? So that project debuted at number 41 on the hip hop R&B charts in August when it came out. So it went from just being on the hip hop R&B charts to now being number 14 on the Billboard 200, which is all genres compiled, and it's a top 20 like 6-7 months, damn near 8 months after it released. That's kind of crazy. Alligator Bites Never Heal climbed as high as number 14. Two of Doechii's songs have made the top 30 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is What It Is, also known as Block Boy, which I think that's from 2022, and Denal is a River, which is the current single that's been going crazy, and she's been doing all these performances for, right? Hosted by Laverne Cox, who received 4 Primetime Emmy nods for Orange is the New Black. The event will air live on Vizio Watch Free Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Pacific. The 2025 event will also honor ESPA Group of the Year, and Angela Aguilar Breakthrough Award, Erykah Badu with the Icon Award, Glorilla with the Powerhouse Award, Gracie Abrams Songwriter of the Year, Jenny from Blackpink Global Force Award, Megan Maroney Rule Breaker Award, Megan Trainor Hitmaker Award. Money Long gets the Rising Star Award presented by Honda Stage. I think that's a little bit of a disservice to Money Long. I feel like she was really like a rising star in like 2022. She should have gotten a little bit of a higher ranking. She could have even gotten like the songwriter award, you know what I'm saying? Because she writes and has heavy input in all of those songs that she's put out. But whatever, they found something for her, and they give Tyla the Impact Award. I would probably interchange Money Long and Tyla. You know what I'm saying? Because Money Long just keeps producing hits, and then she kind of goes away, and then next thing you know, she got another fucking hit under your nose. Tyla, I don't know if I would say that she's had all that much impact. I mean, she is like the next up star, and I know she's got a lot of global reach, but I feel like she's more of a rising star than a Money Long. But, you know, I could be wrong. Okay. Is there anything else on here that's just like needing to be spoken about? No. They do have tickets available for the show. Prices start at $89. That's a little steep, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to go, you can get them on Ticketmaster before they start going crazy on resale. All right. Now, I also want to get into this Rolling Stone article where they're talking about Doechii, because they feel like a lot of the negative feedback, a lot of the hate that she's receiving is, you know, it's undeserved, basically. To quote them directly, they say the online Doechii hate is unwarranted. The pushback the Grammy-winning rapper has received is largely based on misconceptions, misogyny, and prejudice. I gotta say, I kind of agree with that. So Doechii's post-Alligator Bites Never Heal ascendance into rap stardom isn't a new dynamic, but it's been a while since we've seen a rap star ascendance that's not paired with controversial allegations, a zest for riling the public into social engagement, or dog whistling to incels. Her appeal is mostly based on her music, savvy creative direction, and considerable charisma. Watching her rise feels like a return to a bygone era of the music industry that Gen Z fans have never seen in a hip-hop context. Maybe that's why some are so skeptical about her and calling her an industry plant, right? Which I don't understand how you can be a plant when you've already been cultivating yourself for years, doing your own development before the industry even knew what you were. A lot of times when we talk about real life industry plants, we're typically talking about people that we never knew anything about, that are typically related to somebody in the music industry behind the scenes, but it doesn't get revealed until that person like has this manufactured buzz around them. Some people have deals and never announce their deal, and then they come out and it looks like they're independent, but the next thing you know, you'll see that a label was financing it the whole time. Like, that's a totally different conversation than what we've seen from Doechii. But whatever, you know, people like to play funny games. So they say if the disdain is strictly about not liking the music, that's fine. No one has to enjoy everything, but the loudest online discourse feels more like projections of misogyny, queerphobia, colorism, and a fundamental misunderstanding of how the industry works. She's often faced commenters calling her an industry plant, an attack that popped up again this weekend when a clip from a recent First We Feast appearance went viral. In the video, we already talked about this, you know, and I saw some people that were angry. Couple guys that were angry, really not even all that important, but you know, I guess they really were stricken by this. In the video, Doechii tells her DJ Miss Milan that a dating red flag for her is straight men, which outraged outraged the men that idolize rappers who routinely call women everything but a child of God. She was accused of being part of an anti-male agenda. Some surmised that since they didn't know why she was becoming such a star, anti-heterosexual male sentiment must have been her trade-off. She was derogatively called a bell hooks baby by pseudo-intellectuals seemingly harboring all the classified documents about popular media, being an anti-straight male psyop. Somehow, few, if any of them, acknowledge the rise of incel culture and publicly available stats on gender violence that would justify an openly queer woman being cautious of a straight man. And people didn't want to hear that. The outrage, insults, and lack of accountability her comments garnered prove her point. Only those blind to the reality of patriarchy as a violent agenda would consider critique and pushback to it as an agenda of its own. But we're not going to go too far into that. We already spoke about it. This was just the latest social media firestorm surrounding Doechii, who has faced a new demeaning talking point with every industry accomplishment. She was accused of making Slave and Harriet Tubman music in a viral X-quote post to her Stephen Colbert performance. Azalea Banks called her an ugly version of her. And those who don't insult her are making their ire for the industry her fault. Major labels' fixation on virality as the main arbiter of investment has created an environment where we view artists as viral trends instead of human beings. The luster of Not Like Us fades when we see Kamala Harris using it as a campaign rally. There was a lot of people that said that that was a problem and said, "Oh, this is how you know the industry is milking this," right? Because of the messaging of the song compared to being used as part of a political campaign. But they were really just attaching themselves to the Not Like Us aspect of it, because the thought process is the guy that people ultimately ended up allowing in office was not like us and is not like us, but nonetheless, that's who was chosen. We'll continue. That's why the same fans see a surging star trend one too many times and call foul. Save for the circle of old guard music superstars, the industry relies on a conveyor belt of viral acts who often don't have the talent for the long haul. When the novelty fades, so does the artist. That's why we get so unsettled when we see a new artist who doesn't seem poised for the fall off. I think that's a very good point. A lot of people blow up off TikTok and all of these different platforms and whatnot, and they have little trending songs and little whatevers, but you look up and they're no longer here. They're not relevant, right? They just go back to their humble existence. They may tour, they may have projects, but they don't end up being like actual star artists. They just kind of have a moment that they can talk about for the rest of their lives. But in Doechii's case, after the virality, she's just continuing to have an upward tick that seems to be bothering certain people. They say that's not Doechii's problem, though. Her 11-year journey, motherfucker, is still online to observe on her personal YouTube account, including a chronicling of the moment she was fired from an unsatisfying job and decided to pursue music full time. She told Rolling Stone in 2023 that she got her start putting on all-women rap shows called the Coven Showcase in her native Tampa. She uploaded Coven Music Session Volume 1 in 2019 and Older Places You'll Go in 2020, refining her sound over time. I'm quite sure the people that criticize her don't go back and check out none of this stuff to see what she was doing. But, you know, they'd rather just be radical rather than be logical. In 2023, she said her next project will be a conceptual album that's ready for the summer. It seems like she went to the drawing board with Alligator Bites Never Heal. She also sought to better herself as a person, getting sober and reading books like The Artist's Way, which has seen quite an uptick in people mentioning it and wanting to go get it ever since she's been getting all of these accolades and these different performances and all of these different industry rites of passage. A lot of people are starting to say, hey, Doechii was a big advocate of this book, The Artist's Way. She talked about it all the time on her YouTube channel. So now more artists and creatives are going and getting this book and checking it out that weren't even aware of it prior. The only moment that exists is literally right now. I realized, okay, in this moment, if now is all that exists, do I really want to be scared right now? No, bitch. I want to make a great song and I want to have fun. But instead of being inspired that her focus on self-improvement endangered the stardom she sought, her detractors pick for reasons that her success is invalid. Perhaps they should ask themselves if their needless skepticism is a fair reward for overcoming fear. Doechii's buzz has made her the belle of fashion, Paris Fashion Week. where she made her runway debut for D Squared 2 and had several other notable appearances. And seemingly straight off the plane, she recently took the stage with Lauryn Hill at Miami's Jazz in the Garden Festival. Also, big shout out to Lauryn Hill for bringing out Samara Sin at the same concert. Although a much smaller artist, she's also a buzzing artist with a heavy amount of talent. Somebody who I've been following for a couple years. And Lauryn Hill also brought her out on stage as well. She's chartering her path, mostly independent. And some people are comparing her to like a Doja Cat adjacent type of artist. I think she's more lyrical than Doja. But shout out to Lauryn Hill for also giving her that look. Those upset that she's forging such powerful connections don't seem to realize that it's what's historically happened in the music industry. Labels heavily invest in acts they believe in, and powerful brands partner with them, while legendary acts take notice of them. In recent years, we've become so used to seeing labels deprioritize marketing that a successful campaign feels like a nefarious agenda instead of successfully performing its job function. Ain't that a fucking fact? It's fine to be annoyed that the label is trying to make you like something, but marketing isn't some covert strategy, and it doesn't feel fair to transfer that annoyance to a talented act. At the end of the day, TDE is basically betting the house on her, and they have over a decade worth of resources that they can, at bare minimum, attempt to utilize in her favor. And I'm quite sure, even out of all of the things that have gone her way, if we actually were to see a tally of things that didn't go her way leading up to these moments, I think a lot of people would understand what type of process has been undergone and has to take place for these artists to get where they go. But whatever. Industry plan is one of those buzzwords that's never had a universally agreed upon meaning. It may fit for an artist who popped up out of nowhere. See, I was just talking about that. While neglecting to mention having a powerful family member in the industry. Exactly what the fuck I was just talking about. I haven't previously read this, but it doesn't fit the profile of Doechii, a 10-year veteran who delivered a polished, adventurous project and paired it with fun music videos and creative direction. She's a true definition of the overnight star, being a decade in the making, and she worked hard to warrant the marketing push she's received. At the same time that rap fans bemoan the death of rap stardom, there's dismay that Doechii is becoming a rap star. Ain't that some shit? At the same time that people are complaining that we're not getting enough rap stars, we now get one and they say, no, we don't really want her. It's a befuddling dynamic. Some may legitimately feel like her playful animated delivery isn't for them, which is fair. But the armchair A&Ring has reached a phase of outsmarting itself where we're mad at her because her label invested in her and she met the moment. Most disappointingly, though, some of the pushback feels rooted in her being a dark-skinned queer black woman. They said it, I didn't. In this anti-black country, there's unfortunately 3 strikes against an artist. And I'm quite sure many people are holding that heterosexual male comment as one of those strikes. And hey, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You're not going to change how I feel. I'm probably not going to change how you feel. I guess we're just at a stalemate on that, But at the end of the day, I think that Doechii is one of the more talented artists in the industry coming up. She can out-rap your favorite rapper. She can out-sing your favorite singer. And she's going to outperform the biggest, even bigger stars if you put them on the same stage the same day. Look at what she did at the fucking Grammys. Look at what she's done with every televised performance, or even just like the Tiny Desk, or all of these different appearances. She's bodying this shit to a degree that you don't see from other artists that are in the position she was previously in, or even bigger artists that have had more success. They're not putting that much intentionality into their branding, their performance, their look, their creative direction. A lot of this stuff is coming from her fucking brain. So if you're mad at it, be mad that she's coming up with shit that's pushing the needle. That's on you, fam. And I'm not saying you have to like her. I'm not saying you have to turn her music on and make yourself like it like you did your vegetables when you was a kid. I don't give a fuck. But just saying, just because you don't like something doesn't mean other people shouldn't. Right? So, congratulations to Doechii, Billboard Woman of the Year. She'll be accepting her award in just a couple weeks. Again, that's going to be March 29th, I believe. They'll have a live stream available for the entire show where the People's Champ, Glorilla, will also be getting her Powerhouse Award, so you can tune in for that. I'm sure there'll probably be a couple performances or what have you. And that's what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think about all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be